Hey everyone, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are. My name is Boom Shaka and I welcome you to my channel. I am so grateful that you found me, however you found me. In today's video, I want to speak to you guys about something kind of quirky and funny about INFJs that is so true because I've had a bunch of you actually message me saying the same thing. We have a very intense stare. I've already done a video on this. We have this stare that kind of pierces through you. We don't like to have superficial relationships. We don't like to have superficial conversations. We don't like to have superficial anything, right? Whenever we do anything, we want to go right deep into it. If we're studying a new language, we want to study it very deep. I'm studying Thai right now, and I'm like watching soap operas, and I'm like reading up on different books, and I'm just doing all this stuff because I want to really learn it deeply. I've only been studying it for 3 months, and all my teachers are like, "How do you know it so well?" Well, I'm like, "Well, I watch soap operas. I do all this stuff. I practice with people. I go very deep, right? Same thing with relationships. When I go deep. When I have a conversation, I want to talk about the universe and the stars and quantum physics and dimensions and time travel. I don't want to talk about the weather, right? So we go deep. It's basically the essence of it. When we're talking to you and we're sitting next to you, I don't want to look at your nose. I don't want to look at your boobs. I don't want to look at your hands. I want to look into your eyes. I want to see deep into it. I want to see what's going on with you. How are you feeling? Are you comfortable with yourself? Can you stare back at me without feeling uncomfortable? So many times I'll be looking at people right into their eyes and they will look away and they'll be uncomfortable with my stare and they'll tell me to stop looking at them, right? That shows me how comfortable they are with themselves. That shows me what their level of development is, so much more, right? But a lot of times, unfortunately, and I've said this before, and INFJs can be very charming because we see people very clearly, so people think that we know them, and people love people who know them, right? And also we're very caring, and we really are there for people. We're having these deep conversations, so we can be very charming in that manner. I'm not saying it to boast, it's just a normality of fact. It's a fact thing, right? And so when I'm staring into some man's eyes, and I'm staring deep into it, a lot of them think that I'm flirting with them for some reason. I'm sorry. It's so funny to me because I'm sitting there and they'll say, "Oh, are you flirting with me? Are you interested?" Or they won't say anything, and then they'll think that I'm flirting with them, or they think that I'm interested in them, which I am not. Hello. And so I just find it so funny because I'm like, no, I'm just trying to figure out what kind of person you are, not because I'm interested, but because you are an individual, you're a human being, and this is what I do. This is what I'm fascinated by. I'm fascinated by human beings. As INFJs, we're fascinated by human beings. All their quirks, how do they work? Why do they do things this way rather than this way? Why are we motivated? Why aren't we motivated? Why are some people rich? Why are some people poor? Why were some people born in an easier country than another? I mean, there's so many questions to answer. And so we're fascinated by it. And so I'm fascinated by every single human being I meet. Even if they might only be interesting for a few minutes, I'm still fascinated for the first few minutes, right? So I'm looking into your eyes, I'm engaging you, I'm figuring you out. I am not flirting with you, is basically the essence of this video. So if you are with an INFJ, if you're friends with an INFJ, if you know an INFJ, if you think that they're flirting with you, it's very rare that an INFJ will flirt with you. And also, if they're flirting with you, they're flirting with you because it's fun, not because they're actually interested. A lot of times, I'll just flirt with someone, but I'm not staring at them while I'm doing that. I'm doing it in a different way. And I'll have like humorous way of flirting with them just because it's fun, not because I'm interested. Just because it's fun to interact with a human being like that and see how they interact back with you. It's like all of it's an experiment that I'm running for myself. I'm running this experiment to figure out, okay, how do people interact? How do they behave? What are they going to do if I do this? If I press this button, what are they going to react as? What are they going to do if I trigger this for them? It's all like a major experiment that I'm running. I think it sounds really horrendous when I say it like that because I feel like they're like in a cage and I'm experimenting them. But that's not how it is. Because we're all, I think, doing that to each other. We're all trying to learn about human beings by interacting with human beings in that manner, But for INFJs, we do it in a more elaborate way because we do everything very deep. We'll do it in a very elaborate way. We'll do all these random experiments. We'll trigger you in one way and see, okay, why are you triggered that way? Why are you yelling at me when I haven't even said anything? Or we'll do something else and then you'll start crying. And we'll be like, okay, why are you crying right now? Not in a non-empathetic way because we're empaths, but a lot of times we'll just be sitting there and you're crying and crying and crying, and I'm thinking to myself, why are you crying right now? I don't understand. What's going on here right now, right? And so that's why, again, we come off as cold and emotional because a lot of times we're just in experiment mode. We're in our heads We don't realize there is a real life human being in front of us that needs our care, or a lot of times we don't care because most people will start crying at the drop of a hat. Okay, again, horrible way to say it. Sorry. Final tenet, final hypothesis, final thesis of this video. We're not flirting. Most of the time when you're hanging out with an INFJ, they are not flirting with you. The deep, intense stares that they're giving you, it's because they want to learn about you. Not because they want to have a physical or a mental relationship with you, but because they want to learn about humanity in general. We're just experimenters, we're researchers, we're scientists. We're always interested in learning more and more and more and more. I'm like a constant absorber of information. I want to learn so much more. I just want to be learning all the time. That is when I'm happiest, when I'm learning. I think that's an INFJ trait. So that is what the tenet of this video. I hope it makes sense to you guys. Let me know what you guys think about it. Do people say that, they're flirting with you? Or you're flirting with them because you're staring at them? Does that come across for you as well? Or is it just me? Hopefully not. If you guys are interested, you can join my team at patreon.com/boomshaka. And if not, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.